corner. Dirty Bay corner.
I'm gonna say about this. I think there's been a role reversal. I don't know how many people agree with me. I think that there's men who are behaving like women, and there's women and now having to behave like men. And that's where we are. And that is the blanket thing.
I think he tried to make a point in terms of a relationship being looked at as a business. So when you are putting some effort into your career, the same level of effort must be put into your relationship. Now, when the word relationship was thrown out, everybody stared towards intimate relationship, but I did start thinking that's not the only relationship that you would have to have and to have to juggle. But since you all went now, I'll try and just stick to that point. With your intimate relationships, you have to look at it like a career anyway, because you have a skill, your partner has a skill. You have to understand exactly what your skills are, and you must lead in your skilled areas. Now, when you fall, I must be able to pick you up. I must be able to cover you, and vice versa. Because when I met you at 100%. And that 100% of you was managing your life, managing your business, which was yourself. So when you come to me, I have to be assured that you're gonna do the same thing, though we are together. So no, you don't put one in front of the other. You have to manage each of those consecutively.
I think that the roles back in the day were traditional. A man was a provider, the woman stayed at home. I think over the years, over the decades, that's changed. There's women now that earn more than men. There's women that could beat up men. Be real, okay? And I think there's men that are better bringing up kids or are able to bring up kids. And there's women earning more than men and able to provide a household amount of money. A relationship is based on 50-50 nowadays. It's not like the old days. It's 50-50. You bring in 50, I bring in 50. If your 50 is this and my 50 is that, that's how we roll. How it rolls. The whole kind of like, you're a man and you have to provide this. That's why so many people are single now. Them days are done. It ain't about that no more. That's back in the days when the 50s and the 60s. 2005, 2025, you are who you are and what you represent. 2025, I am who I am, this is what I represent. I might look after the kids, I might earn more money than you. Whatever it is, we can make this work, because that's how it is now.
Hey, I feel like it's never been 50-50. It's always been, you know, everyone chipping and everyone rolling, and obviously society-wise, the man has had more opportunity to get through, but there was a thing called feminism that happened, yeah? And a lot of people started to look at the traditional roles, and the sisters said, you know what, I wanna do more than just stay at home. Some man said, listen, this is your God-given gift to be a homemaker. And not all, but some women rebelled against that and said, no, I wanna go work. And they said they want equality. So one of the things that happens in society is women and men have the opportunity to earn the same amount of money. Now, once you can do that, what you're saying, women don't have the opportunity, that's a fallacy. You don't have the opportunity to what? You shouldn't have told that to all. You shouldn't have told that to all the female managers I've ever had in life, and all the CEOs. Like, you lot are cutting yourself short, acting like women don't have the opportunity to make money out here. Why are we pretending? Say it again. All right, so I don't know. There may be a glass ceiling. Who's saying? Hold on. Because there's a glass ceiling for fucking black men as well, isn't it? Right? But you don't want to pretend like there's no... Hold on for a second. You want to act like there's no discrimination. Like black man is not fighting for their life out here. And look at each other. Hold on, if you want to get real, yeah? It so happens that the black woman has turned into the most acceptable face of the black community. Therefore, she's more likely in 2025 to be promoted. And see, this is the problem. If you talk, you can't hear. Yeah? And if you don't hear, then you're going to be ignorant and think you know everything. Now listen to what I'm saying, innit? So in what I'm saying, the black man and the black woman are a unit. Hold on. We're all black together. We're in a society where prejudice... Listen, if you don't want to be real, don't want to be real. Do you know how many positions that man them miss out on because I'm too black man, I'm too dark skinned and black, I'm too tall and black, I'm too rare, and this is the issue. We know that this exists. Let's not pretend that prejudice don't exist. Lots of employers and lots of people are more willing to deal with a black woman than a black man. Now, I'm not saying that you lot don't deserve what you deserve, but from you want equality, you have to understand. Listen, you just say no, it's bare ignorance. There's a time now, yeah, where a black woman may have the opportunity to be a breadwinner. It just may happen. You can't chat to Oprah and tell her that I'm chatting shit. Oprah's had to pick from men that don't make Oprah Winfrey money. Most men don't make Oprah Winfrey money, but it's available. In that situation, a woman like that, she's supposed to stay single. I just feel like we're ignoring certain realities. And the fact is, if you're with a man for his qualities and his character, you're not prostitutes, yeah? So you're not here for what the money he makes. That's some weird ex-stripper type of fucking mentality. I don't know what's going on there, yeah? At the end of the day, the possibility is that the good man that you have that's gonna actually have a lasting impact on your generations and the kids, yeah, may not earn as much as you. How are we being dunce to act like, I wouldn't? That's why you end up with a man that thinks he owns you financially. Because you're moving like a prostitute and you're not. You're a wife, you're a mother, and you're a supreme being, divine entity. And you don't let this materialistic thing get you. It's always about the currency. Sometimes a man can provide an environment, yeah, that allows you. Anyway, I'm done talking. Anyway, get out your first, man.
Real bad man.
Yes. Is there such a thing as being a solid fiancé material but not husband material? Yes or no? And what is the difference? So look, can someone be good fiancé material and say, you know what, yeah, I'd like to be engaged to this guy, but I ain't married?
Blessings everybody, right? Pick up yourselves. Right, is there such thing? You can't have one without the other, okay? So, I don't believe if you're not a good fiancé material, therefore you can't be wife/husband material either. So, but I think everything in life, like, everyone has the opportunity to learn. So just because at the beginning you meet a woman or you meet a guy and he may not tick all the boxes that you think, oh yeah, I'd love to marry him or I'd love to marry her. But if you're actually willing to work on what each other's skill sets are, you know, work on the things that someone else might lack in, but you're very good at it. It is really, like we've always been saying from the start of the night, it's about balance. It's about being willing to pour into others as much as you're willing for them to pour into you. So yeah, he might not start off as the best fiance, but he could perhaps work into that. But yeah, I think that's quite simple. I don't think you can have one without the other. He has to be willing. You have to look at him and think, oh, I could be engaged to him. I can be engaged to him, and then I can also marry him.
I agree. If you're proposing to someone, then obviously you see them as a wife or a husband. Otherwise, there's no point. That's the whole point. You propose to become a wife or a husband. So yeah, I feel like obviously yes, some people are engaged for a while, but maybe they're rushed into it. Maybe other things in life are happening where they're not ready to get married yet, but they want to set that intention that I see you as my person. So I want to let you know that this is who I want. But maybe right now financially we're not in a position to be married, we have other priorities. But if that's the stance that you're taking and you propose to someone, then naturally you see them as a husband or wife. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that anyone's gonna like not have the same answer. Like it doesn't make sense. But I'm just thinking about it, and I'm thinking, what is the real purpose of being engaged? When you think about it, because when you're dating, you're vetting the person, you're spending some time with that person. Okay, is this the person for me? Either yes they are or no they're not. If they're not, you get rid. If they are, you get married. So do you really need to get engaged? Like, I know it's a process, but really and truly, like, what are you doing during the engagement process? Like, it doesn't make sense, does it? Like, you're not finding out more. You found out while you're dating, so you just date and marry. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. If any man's willing to get down on one knee and propose to his missus, then I'm assuming that he wants to take her to the altar. So, yeah.
Why would you accept a proposal from a man you don't want to get married to? Well, listen,
I wouldn't.
No, it's not. I hope you wouldn't. Wait, wow. Wow.
Clear it. I don't want to clear it because you said it like, why would you?
No,
it don't make any sense to me.
let's just make it clear that you would not accept a proposal from a man.
Yes. As you were saying.
Yeah. So yeah, back to the question. So, is there such thing as being solid fiancé material but not husband material? If you're solid fiancé material, then that would equate to being solid husband material because you would need to get engaged to get married. So it doesn't even make any sense. But there are people that do accept proposals for all manner of reasons, and they don't see it through. Some women don't want to embarrass a man sometimes, so they'll accept it, and they don't. Because to reject someone, let's be real, to reject a man's proposal, you gotta be cold. That's the next type of savage. But it's you're entitled to do it. But imagine a man proposes, gets down on one knee, and then you tell him no in front of people. That I don't know what that could do to him. That's how you can make a real villain. I'm being honest with you. That's how you can make a real villain. I think there are lots of women that date men and they know that it's not going to lead anywhere, but they'll date them for all manner of reasons. The problem is when they have babies with these men and then they turn into baby moms. So now here's the issue. So dating is a 20th century concept, okay? Dating doesn't help women. In actual fact, dating actually, women get the loose end of dating. And earlier when I was talking about feminism, so women have been empowered, my body, my choice, I can sleep with who I want, the right consensually, autonomy and sovereignty over the body. I agree with all of that, right, yeah? But the issue that comes with that is that when we talk, I'm not going to get into the whole body count issues and the rest of it, I'm not going to speak about that.
He wants to.
So what I'll say is a lot of times when you meet women, and women, you can tell me this, they'll say, oh, you know, I don't trust men, or men cheat, or they'll tell you a lot about the trauma that they've had. And this comes from all the multiple relationships that they had. So all these relationships don't actually help you in the end. In actual fact, they just bring you more trauma, bring you mistrust towards men. So when you meet new men, automatically you start talking about my ex did this and my ex did that. So a lot of the time when we say women love lies and cheat is because repeatedly you tell us you dated men that lie and cheat. So it's either this, all men lie and cheat, and if all men lie and cheat, why would you ever leave a man for lying and cheating? Because the next man you get would have only lie and cheat. Yeah!
Yes, China. Yes, my brother. It's very good. Hey. The question was nice alive. we just had to just deep down a little bit.
Listen, we tried with that question, we did. We tried with that question.
Just want the promise. But someone said something about, oh, you know, it's expensive, da-da-da-da. Does everyone want to know how much it actually costs to get married?
Yeah.
Throw out a number, just quickly. I want to.
Depends on the individual.
20, you said £20,000. Someone else.
My client's wedding was £4,500.
£30,000. It costs £120 to become legally married in the UK. That's it. Everything else you're talking about is food, venue, gowns, and all sorts of things that have nothing to do with the commitment you're trying to make with one another. So if someone just says to you, I promise to marry you, just stick with me for a little bit, just, you know, stick with this promise. I don't know how much you could think of yourself to remain in something like that, especially if you want more. It costs £120. Becoming the fiancé, I don't think that's the goal. That's the beginning. Your intention is to be married. How long is that supposed to take? Not long at all once you've said yes.
Are men happy to be used if they think it will lead to intimacy?
What? I like this one.
that question again. Say that question again. Say it again.
Oh, you want to hear that one again?
Yeah.
So all the others are all ambiguous, but that one you like the sound of that one. And that's ring to it. I mean, so the manipulation comes in. Oh, we're into this. Yeah. Don't worry. Are men happy to be used if they think it will lead to intimacy?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This is an interesting one, and I like the way you guys worded it. But what I think, when it comes to men, they like the idea of thinking they're in so much control that if I take her on a date, if I pay for this, if I pay for that, it will lead to intimacy at some point, right? But at the same time, they don't want to seem like, oh, I know she's using me. I know she's doing this. I know she's doing that. But in the long run, but you was the one that went in it trying to use it though. Because you thought finances, you thought taking her up on the hilltop in the shards and the this and the that was going to get you the pun. Yeah. Honey, it doesn't always work that way, right? We know that. Okay, so I think rather than focusing on the intimacy, focus on the mental. Focus on how do I really understand who this person is that I'm sitting next to. The person that I've now drawn out of their own space, their bubble, their world, because I'm intrigued, because I'm interested, because they look pretty, because I like the bumper, because I like this, whatever. Focus on, okay, what about the mental intimacy? What about education? What about understanding one another? And move away a little bit, because what men will find is that when they actually focus on the mindset of the person they're trying to draw, they'll understand whether or not that's a gold digger or not. They'll understand if that's someone that's really there for me or not. Someone just for beats and
Yeah, I can't wait for this question to unfold. Oh my lord.
I think it depends on the caliber of man that you're dealing with. Because for a man to be happy to be used, if it comes to intimacy, you're looking at prostitute then basically. Like, you might as well just pay for a woman. If you're happy to be used, like, you know that basically she wants to be with you for your money, and you're thinking, okay, well, I can get comfort from it. So I just think it's almost like a simple mindset. It's a shallow mindset. If you're dating with intention and you're looking for a wife and you're looking for someone that has substance, then that's not going to work for you. If you're just looking to fuck, then this will work for you. Basically. Yeah, but a lot of people aren't honest. Do you get what I mean? They will know that, okay, oh look, I'm taking her here, I'm taking her there, I know what I'm gonna get from it. But like, are they actually respecting you then if they know that you're basically with them only for that? Yeah, well, that's my take.
Jordan, if a girl go online, she too stubborn. I instant block and delete.
Why are you? That's simping. That's crazy stuff. What are you doing that for? You can go chip shop on Friday, same day delivery. Nothing long. That's real quick. Find a girl there. Like, why are you paying? For what? Like, yeah. And then you're going shop and going there. But it's like a prostitute. How much is a prostitute? What's that about? £100, whatever.
Sorry.
So.
Hold on. Sorry. I just want to.
No, but you're talking about just for sex.
No. Let's just ask the question again, right? Let me ask the question again, because the thing I have to say is, I've noticed that this is not just a debate kind of thing. This is life. The question is, are men happy to be used if they think it will lead to intimacy? Everyone's talking about money. Like, the only use that a man provides is money.
Also,
like,
go explain. Go.
So I'm saying a man could be used if he's like, you know what, not me, but run with it, yeah? And I'll tell you why I said not me. Oh, you know what? I can't reach that thing on the top shelf. She ain't gonna ask me. Shit. And she might ask Jedi. Yeah. She might ask CHYNA. Like, she ain't gonna ask me. Yeah. Because I can't provide that. So I got a ladder. I was like, babe, I got a ladder here. But unless I got that, then that's still me. Okay, you know what? She's quite nice. I'm gonna help her because you never know. I'm like, there's different ways that guys may say that they're gonna make themselves available to be used if they think it might lead to something else.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
so I just want to just divert the conversation away from strictly finance.
Okay, cool. So I followed suit from the previous, but okay. So, but I think that men in general, you've got a good idea of the woman that's in front of you and what you want it to be. So you'll meet a girl and you think, nah, she's just a whatever. Or you meet a girl and say, you know what, potentially that's future. And if you meet a girl and you get the feeling that that's future, you will put more into her, you'll give her more time, you will be happy to be used, because therefore you feel like you're providing her with something, and men are providers at the end of the day. I know what I said about role reversals, whatever, but at the end of the day, men innately are providers and protectors. So if it's a case of to be used or split on his head to be able to provide, then a man will do that for someone who he sees a future with, who sees promise with, or he sees that she's got some substance about her. If he sees her and thinks, yeah, whatever, then he's not going to do nothing for her. He's just looking for a slam and go, like it's really quick. So really and truly, so it depends on the woman, it depends how the man views the woman, and whether he thinks that she's worth his time.
Are you trying to get her? Are you trying to specifically sleep with that girl for a purpose? Are you trying to, I don't know, get back at someone? Or are you trying, like, why would a man just be happy to be used for intimacy if you can get gal anywhere you like?
Maybe they can't.
But man that can't get gal.
Whoa.
On the real, no, I don't take it that way.
What did she say? What did she say? Whoa. Hold on. What?
I don't, alright. I think okay, if certain men can't get gal, they're not, alright then, okay. So if they're a bit, so what are you trying to say? If they look a bit special or there's something about them where they can't get gal, they're going to be willing to be used. Okay.
We need to be
So then
precise and be
you,
careful.
okay. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
I think everyone's just logical within it. I think most men can be real with their self. When we're using the word used, I think everyone's being messed up on the word used. We've all been used. I've gone to our bar, excuse me darling, do you want to buy a drink? Yeah, my brethren wants a drink too. Oh, fucking hell, alright, shit, say no more. Alright, cool, can you get her a drink too? Man's been used. Player pimp the game, pimp game, player. Do you know what I mean? So, let's not be mistaken about that. What we are trying to say is, what is your standards? When I was quoting my missus, I done a bag of dating. Don't get it twisted. Yes, man, done the marathon, one of them, you know. You have a balance. So for me, it's not about the using word because it goes back to the sense of a protector, provider. As men, we're gonna always be quoted. As men, we're always gonna be paying. As men, we're always gonna be putting our best foot forward. There's no man in here right now who's gonna walk up to a girl and say, listen, babes, man's on job seekers. Listen, forget about it, listen. We're getting on the bus, listen. But I've got a great day for us. You're not having none of that. Just what I'm trying to say. So let me at least pull up in my local 2-2 rental, yeah, and try and flex. So once again, it's a use, a coating. We're not gonna always put our best foot forward in that kind of way. So I agree, disagree, and agree at the same time.
Intimacy.
So men have been getting used. Of course, men are happy to be used. They've always been getting used, and women have women have used men, and men have used women for different things. Okay, so men will use a woman for their body and access to sex and childbirth. Okay, and women would have used a man for protection and protection and provision. That is something that's always happened. Okay, so it's not a big thing. Every single man in here has paid for sex. And listen, ladies are not going to like this. And the reason why we've all paid for sex, the moment where you start putting interest into the woman and you're spending money on her, you are paying for sex. Up until the point you have sex, you are paying for it. It might not be the equal exchange as when you go to a call girl and you pay and you get immediate sex, but you are still paying for it. The calls, the dinners, the dates. No, wait, hold on a second, hold on. Would you pay for sex? What's that? Prostitution.
So what are you saying? So what are you actually saying? Are you saying
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, I see what you're saying, but listen to what I'm trying to say to you. I'm saying to you when you're looking at guys, when you're looking at being used for something, everyone has used everybody since the beginning of time for different reasons, you understand? So yes, we use each other, but there's for a reason that we do that. And for example, when you see an older man, a lot older man, and he's with a very younger woman, and then you see him, for example, he's got a nice car, nice house, and then she's using it for something, but it's the equal exchange. He's getting something and she's getting something from it, do you understand? He's happy to be used to lead to intimacy, and she's happy to do that exchange. She's fully knows what she's doing, and he fully knows that the only reason I'm getting this younger woman is because I have money, you know, and he's happy for that. Do you understand? Yeah, it's consensual. Sorry, transactional. But the problem is when people use people and the other person doesn't know they're being used. Do you understand? And then that's the one that you should. Yeah, do you get me? And it's happened to men where women whoops men. he's a trick, he's all these things. Yeah, let's talk about it. Because at the end of the day, we've been talk. Listen, there's a few conflicting messages. 1 second it's, you know, in here it's, yo, you know, we want women to provide and women to help us. Other things is we should be taking that woman and lead. The end of the day is, men are sent multiple signals, but the one signal I do know is this. I was raised, and if I'm going to take a date woman out, I'm going to pay, and I'm going to assimilate most of the things that a man can do to what I can do. Hopefully, if I'm dating a woman and it's long term, she's going to maybe look at what I'm doing and say, okay, maybe here we can do something. Maybe she can do that, right? Maybe she can help me make more, do more. Hey.
I don't usually do this, but what I think is, based on hearing what everybody said, I do understand the word used, and for me, it does, as everyone has said already, it depends on the intention of the individuals involved. However, you need to also understand that, for me, like if I can't use you and you can't use me, and you're not useful, I don't want you around me. That's just me. Like, everybody around me has to be useful in some way, shape or form. Otherwise I don't want you around me. But it depends on the intention that you have behind it. Now, if a man's out there trying to say, bro, I'm gonna try to just have sex with this woman and I'm gonna do this, that, and that, and his destination is just sex, then to me I think that's a bit mad, and you're wasting your life and you're wasting your manlyhood. Yeah? However, if you want to have sex because, like, you know that you want that girl to be yours, like, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, you make me want to grab you. I want to be sexual and intimate and make love to you. Then there's a difference. Like, it just depends on the intention. Do you understand? But guys, if you're not useful to the people around you,
you're useless.
You're useless. Definitely.
Do dating apps and social media encourage a decline in the caliber of relationships by making it too easy to replace people? If the answer is yes, please explain. If the answer is no, please explain. Do dating apps and social media encourage a decline in the caliber of relationships by making it too easy to replace people? Yes or no, and explain.
Perhaps it does, but what I think, if more than anything, it actually highlights the people that are weak enough to fall for the flesh, bro. It highlights the men that, instead of actually going out interacting with real women, instead of actually knowing what they're looking for and staying in their conviction of what they want, it's, well, actually, I can live in this fictitious world where I can have any woman. But in a real life, when you step outside, you can't have any woman, bro. Do you get it? So, pardon? Bumble, there's plenty of them. Them apps are there for specific type of people. You have to realise, when they create these apps, they have a target audience. They're not looking in this room and saying, okay, oh, all of these people. No, they're saying, they're looking in this room and saying, okay, 30, 40% of these people will use our services, because you know what, when they go home, they're happy to fantasize about the type of woman they want to be with. But in a real life, can they actually hold up to what their expectations are to get that type of woman that they want? But if you are on a dating app, I'm not saying it's wrong to be on a dating app, okay? You can be on one if you want to. Everyone can do it in different ways. But he's asking, is it ruining the quality of relationships that we have these days? And I think what it does, you may ask it if you want to, babes. You may ask when it's your turn. I shall ask if I want to, and I don't. So what I will say now is, when it comes to whether or not it's ruining the quality of relationships, no. Because people that actually want relationships and are out here dating with the intention of wanting relationships will have relationships. Whether that person's got one arm, whether they're broke, whether they got 1 million kids, they're still gonna go for them because they actually want to create that real intimacy, real connection. But I'll go back to my point. Dating sites are specific for people that want to feel like they have options and have choice because they conflict. They don't have to necessarily get to know that person. Oh, okay, oh, you like cats, I like cats, oh, that's nice. Did you have a nice day? Okay, that's great. And then they get bored and they move on. Do you get it? Because they're fickle. A lot of people are, and that's what the target audience is for dating apps. That's how I feel. But yeah, big up anyone else on a dating side, that's your business.
What Nat says, I do think there's a decline in the caliber of relationships. Back in the day, we didn't have all of that stuff, and I feel like that speaks for itself. Relationships lasted a lot longer. But then, and it's probably because there wasn't social media. Everyone's a bit too accessible nowadays. You can just DM someone, and if you want to engage, then do you know what I mean? Like, anyone can say anything on a dating app. It doesn't even have to be real. It doesn't have to be real shit. You can put whatever. Everyone's always going to put their best foot forward in the beginning and try to promote their best self. And a lot of people do fall for that stuff. They'll read it and be like, oh, that ticks on my boxes, tick, 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 tick. And then when it comes down to it, and you're getting to know the person, true colours will always show. Do you know what I mean? But I do feel like.
So, Jack, I want to just garnish this question with a little nuance, yeah? So imagine someone has social media, let's just say they got a dating app, they're with someone who's working in Primark.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both working in Primark.
Okay.
And, you know, she's up with mobile, he's chilling, folding clothes, he's loving life, right? If they have access and they message you and this person is not working in Primark and he's doing bits, do you not think that that's not going to apply some kind of pressure for you to replace this person? The person that you're with currently isn't, or they're in their 24 month and someone's messaging them and they're not in their 24 month, they're on the up. Is that not going to make it easy to replace them with that other person who's upwardly mobile? Does it not put more pressure on?
But that's what I was just saying. I agree with the fact that it's just accessible nowadays. Someone can just, if you're not happy as well in your situation, say for example you're just in it and you're just kind of coasting until you find something better or whatever, it's very easy for someone to just now message you and you're like, oh, that ticks my boxes, okay, cool, let me engage in that situation. Do you know what I mean? So I do think it's easier nowadays, whereas back in the day, there wasn't social media, there wasn't all of that. Do you know what I mean? You would be watering your grass, you would be dealing with the situation you have at home and going for that rather than just waiting to see if there's a DM or approaching someone that you find attractive or whatever. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, I feel like there is a decline based on social media and dating apps 100% because you can just flick through. I see people just go like this, swipe to the left, swipe to the right, and it's just, you've got a whole catalogue of people that are your type. And it's just, you know what I mean? It's accessible. But
alright.
Yeah, there's a
cool. Thank you. Luka?
Okay, so it's weird because I had a conversation about dating apps not long ago with a few friends of mine, and I can't do dating apps. So I find dating apps crazy. Like if you're on the internet and you see me on a dating app, that's mad for me. I couldn't do it. Like my face couldn't be on a dating app. But some people do them, and I was having a conversation about going out and meeting someone in a club or in a bar or on the street or where library, wherever it might be, and they were like, that's crazy to them. So the new generation don't know about meeting people in person. So when you talk about that, you can't get certain people like in real life, that doesn't exist to them. That's not even a possibility. Like literally everything is online. You're gonna meet someone online and that's it. So that's their reality. So yeah, and with the social media and all the rest of it, like yeah, people don't really want to fight for their relationships no more. They don't need to. Like beforehand, that's your missus, that's your mister, and you're one, and you're gonna fight for your relationship. But now, again, if you're having an argument, there's a DM. There's a DM from somebody. If there's not, you're gonna swipe and find someone to DM, and then you know what? You don't even have to worry about the person that's pissing you off and not doing whatever. There's a new person. So, and not only that, but the behaviors on social media, like people are taught whack this and all the rest of it. So now people don't even care about being, it's whack this, and people don't really care about just being responsible in a relationship. Like people just want to go out and do a madness with this person, and so people don't even respect relationships no more. So I don't think that, I think definitely dating apps and social medias, have encouraged the decline of caliber of relationships.
I second that, because I do believe even sometimes, okay, apart from the dating app or going on them, a lot of people that you will see even on social media and stuff in couples, they're not really couples, they're social media couples, and they're selling lies and they're selling a whole fake perception on how a relationship should actually be. So yes, it is killing the caliber of relationships because they're not even real. And it's kind of pushing the agenda of this whole aesthetic, AI, everything. Nothing's actually human no more. Like it's like this robot type of thing, and you've got to look this type of way. And if a man doesn't do this, and if a woman don't do that, and I think that's where the mental health is coming from. We went for a little period where everyone's looking on this social media relationship,
killing out themselves with this whole upkeep. The money that you spent to take the one picture, you could have taken your whole family away for a weekend, brother. Same way my girl, you spend $1,000 on your hair, for what? For what really, to take one picture? And you could have actually spent that on stuff that you actually needed. That could have built up yourself to let the man know, say, yeah, you can't come and use no transitional thing with me, because I do it myself. How about that? You understand what I'm saying to you? So kind of the mindset. So yeah, it is kind of killing the caliber of relationships, and yeah.
Respect. Yeah, I think I agree with the panel. I think everyone loves the fact that in this day and age now there's too many options. So the fact that we have an option, no one doesn't want to work no more for a relationship, so to speak, in that sense. So as soon as someone's sitting there saying he's not doing enough for me, I'm gone. As soon as she's not giving enough sex, I'm gone. So it's like, we don't want to work for nothing, and that's what we got into a generation of now. It's okay just to leave because I feel like the grass is greener on the other side. But what we don't realize now is in the sense of the more and more you're doing that, like China said earlier, you're building up relationships with people that are transferring energy. And this is not just for the women, it's also for the men. There's a lot of men that's dealing with a lot of trauma through women, just transferring energy, leaving a relationship, going with the next woman, going with the next woman, sleeping with the next woman, to a point where it's just numb. It doesn't even mean nothing no more. What is intimacy anymore? What is sex anymore? Because we give it out so much for free that it's not even sacred no more. We go on social media and I can't even go to the bedroom and know what you look like in the bedroom because everybody knows what you look like in the bedroom. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, make it make sense. So where's it all gone? Same thing for us man then, when we're going in the bedroom as well, we don't want to set ourselves up as in the sense of our standards. We always got to hold up in the sense of, oh, I'm meant to be getting a transition, I'm meant to be getting this, but the same thing that everyone's saying, I feel like there's not enough being put in the sense of what we see as a relationship. But yeah.
Do dating apps and social media encourage a decline in the caliber of relationships by making it too easy to replace people?
So guys, put your hands up if you're on a dating app, if you've ever used a dating app before. Now if you have, see now I know everyone's lying by the stats of the people that use them. So no, when I say guys, I mean in general. Ladies and gentlemen, can you put your hand up if you've ever used a dating app or if you're currently on a dating app? If you've ever used a dating app. Okay, 3 people. Okay. Alright, so what I'll say is relationships now, people treat relationships like fast fashion. So you see, like, you know how there's 4 seasons in the year, right? Yeah. But when it comes to fashion season, it's actually like 52 weeks of the year. But each week there's a new outfit. Because it's fast throwaway fashion. This is how people treat relationships nowadays. Okay, they treat it like throwaway fashion because of the perceived options available. So when you have all of these dating apps, you have all of these outside entities whether it is social media, open profiles where people can get stimuli and attention from all manner of places. It puts certain I don't know, man. It really tests the relationship. I think social media can really test people's relationships. But when we speak about dating apps, we have to just understand this. Dating apps just lets you know how many single women they are. Because, wait, listen, hold on a second. How many beautiful single women they are. Like, you have to understand something. Dating apps are full of beautiful women. Like, you're looking like, how can she even be on here? Like, how can she be on here? But the amount of women that are on there that are essentially saying that we are single, it's actually quite astounding. But dating apps cater to the most beautiful women and the most successful men and the men that got their stuff together. Dating apps cater to men. It's purely just for sleeping with each other, alright? And I know you might be able to tell me about your friend that met someone on a dating app and they got married, but that's not everybody. The majority of people that go on dating apps, it just equates to easy sleeping. And the reason I know this is because the man them I know on the dating apps, they're telling me. Do you understand? So the man them let me know what it's like on a dating app. I've never been on a dating app. I kind of think any woman that's on a dating app is kind of like selling yourself, like putting yourself out like meat. Like, imagine this, anyone can just swipe right and just see you and just start tapping you. It's kind of desperate in my opinion, because women, a quality woman can walk down the road and she will get anywhere she goes, she's gonna get approached. So if you find yourself on a dating app, I have to start saying to myself, raw, in the end she must be a crazy, because none of the man them in the ends want her. She, like, could you imagine having to be on a dating app when no man in your area, no man in the city even wants you? Now you, no, it's an indication. I think this whole time thing, listen, if there's one thing you're gonna have time for, once again, you showed me again, you have time to study, you have time to get that job, but you don't have time to put it into your relationship. And if there's one thing you're gonna put time into, I'm not saying to your career, but isn't it to make sure you get with a man that's actually gonna want to be with you, not cheat on you? Like,